So we just did the rear pads on the Stryker. This guy's playing chicken on the Stryker, and all in all it was a really simple process. I don't think Yamaha honestly could have made it any easier. With that said, I probably should have done it about fucking 300 k's ago. Because the old pads were basically, there was no pads left. It was pretty bad, and I could tell that it was getting pretty bad. Actually, this old mate's staying in there. But yeah, I really should have done it about 300 kilometers ago. As when I got in there, it was pretty freaking bad. Pretty freaking bad. When I say that, I mean it. But honestly, Yamaha couldn't have made the whole process any easier. It's certainly a DIY, even for the mechanically. Oh, it's so much better to be able to just slow ride here nice and easily now. I mean, you know, I work with computers all day, and the most technical thing I've ever done with a bike was replace a clutch cable, and I found that challenging and found this really easy. So pretty much anyone should be able to do this, but basically you start by identifying the two bolts on the caliper, along the rear rotor. You just need a 12mm wrench to get those nice and loose so they'll come off. I found one of them was a little bit stiff, and turned out that it had about 50 times more Loctite on it than the other one. So if that's the case, just give it a little bit of a knock, gentle knock with a hammer. That should just help loosen it up, and then it should come out nice and easily. Once you've done that, the caliper should just basically slide right off of the rotor, and what you want to go ahead and do then is place the caliper on like a box or something, just so that it's not dangling in the air. These speed bumps are fucking horrendous. Even if I go over them at 1k an hour, my whole body gets skyrocketed up into the friggin' air. It's ridiculous. Yeah, so you want to place that caliper on a box of some description, just so that it's the brake line isn't totally strained, hanging in midair, because you might kink it, and that won't be good for your braking adventures or riding adventures in general. Now I probably don't want to head towards the cop shop, so I'm just going to turn left here. Go up to the car park, mate. Yeah, so place it on a box or something, and once you've got that done, just go ahead and slide the pads off. You'll notice the pads just sitting alongside the rotor. I'm just going to pull over here for a sec. Oof, shit. Son, your pal's Chris and Al. Fuck yeah. So yeah, you get that sorted out, and the pads should come off. If you've got long nails, I've got pretty long, disgusting nails at the moment, you can just get in there and pry it off pretty easily. Otherwise, you know, maybe get maybe a screwdriver, or even better yet, just a little wedge of rubber with a sharp end on it, just so you can get in there and wiggle them off. They should come off pretty easily. Now once you've done that, just examine them and realise that you should have changed them a long fucking time ago, and discard them. Chuck them on. Might take a little bit of fiddling for the one on the inside, but it should go on pretty easily. Like Yamaha on the retaining, like it's got a sort of retaining structure to it, so it's pretty obvious how it fits on. And get those on. Then once you've done that, you want to grab the caliper and just squeeze the piston back in. Now, you know, if you do plenty of farmers walks and deadlifts, that shouldn't be a problem. You should be able to just push that sucker right back in. It'll compress back down, and then you want to slide your caliper back on, get the bolts, chuck the bolts back in, tighten them up. I just got them nice and tight with the wrench, and then once that's on, just pump your brakes. You want to pump them, pump that lever for the rear brake, because otherwise you'll get on your bike and your brake will just, you know, the lever will just go straight forward and nothing will happen, and that will be very interesting for the rider. So don't forget to do that, that's important. But yeah, all in all, really straightforward process. Now I'm going to go back downstairs and find myself a park and do a bit of shopping, mate.